I'm waiting for this to come. Oh, there we go. Alright, guys. Sorry about that. I was trying to do my video outside, but then my neighbor's dog decided to be a cunt, so I had to come inside so you guys could. But anyway, no one wants to hear that. But anyway, no one wants to hear that fucking dog. So what I'm gonna be doing today, I'm gonna go over the Jags draft, go through it pick by pick, and let you know what I think of it. But anyway, yeah, I'll go through all the picks and tell you what I thought of them. Overall, I think this was a very good draft. Um, so let's go through them individually. First, we had Josh Allen. Pretty much like I said on my live reaction at the draft, um, Josh Allen was a guy that we didn't expect to be there. So yeah, I would have liked Hoskinson there better, but I believe I believe Josh Allen was probably the second best, maybe even the best player in this draft. So he fell into our laps at seventh overall. He's a guy we can really use to show up our linebackers. Have get a good pass rush, and he's a guy you can drop in coverage. So I think we did good there. Like it would have been hard to pass up Josh Allen. How all seven teams did, I'll never forget. You could make a case for every single team that picked before us, and it would have been Josh Allen would have been a great pick for them. So definitely love that pick. And then in the second round, we got Jawan Taylor, the offensive tackle out of Florida, who a lot of people were projecting to go to us in the first round. Now, if this would have been our first round pick, I would have fucking hated it. I'm not gonna lie, just because just because I think tight end was a more pressing need, and then obviously the thing we had the way Josh Allen fell to us, like would have been is pretty would have been pretty hard to pass up. So I'm glad this worked out the way it did because like I said on Twitter and probably in previous videos, I think Taylor's a good player. I just didn't want him. I thought like tight end was a more pressing need, and if a guy like Hoskinson was there to pick him, and I'm not a big fan of taking offensive linemen in the first round, but since he's a top 10 talent that fell to us in the second round, I mean, with either him or Irv Smith, you know, I figured one of those guys would be the pick, and they took it. And like I said, in pretty much every mock draft, they had Jawan Taylor going within the first 10 picks. So top 10 value in the second round is pretty fucking good. And we do need some insurance at right tackle. So our offensive line definitely got better. You had him and Cam Robinson. A similar situation happened with Cam Robinson when the year we drafted him because he was supposed to be a first round pick and then he fell to us in the second round. So that was awesome. So I think we got two good young tackles that are going to be there for a long time, and I think we definitely fixed our offensive line. Just I'd say what's his name, AJ Can. We re-signed him. He's got to step it up a little bit. Um, in the third round, we drafted John Oliver, the tight end from San Jose State, I believe. I think yeah, San Jose State, and I absolutely love this pick. Like, I'm glad we addressed getting a tight end. This is a guy that'll probably start right away. He catches really good, and like from the highlights that I watched of him, he's just a tough guy to bring down. I mean, he's 6'4", 250 pounds, big dude, can catch. Really something we need, and I think having him, O'Shaughnessy, and by the way, Mercedes Lewis, I think is still out there. We still kind of need a blocking tight end. Um, yeah, I wouldn't be called dead in Nashville, Soldier Boy. But anyway, getting him, I think, is gonna help the passing game out a lot. His blocking needs to work. Like if they said if he needs to work on anything, it's blocking. Which whatever, I'm okay with that. So and by the way, speaking of blocking tight ends, Mercedes Lewis, I think is still out there. I think just him being a fan favorite, and probably we can get him here on a minimal deal. I'll once they put an offer into him to help these young guys out, and with blocking situations, he'll help out a lot. Like I wouldn't mind for a minimal deal to see Mercedes Lewis back. Just had to throw that out there. And then our other third round pick we used on linebacker Quincy Wilson from Murray State. I think this guy this guy is a really good player from what I saw of him. He's another small school kid, but hits hard, really fucking fast. Just I think will fit in well with our defense, but the problem is honestly with this, I think there's more going on with the Telvin Smith situation. I think this is an indication that he's probably going to get traded. Unfortunately, because I love Telvin Smith, but if there's no way to resolve the situation for him to stay in Jacksonville, then I guess it's better to have somebody than nobody. So if this is the end for Telvin Smith, I mean it sucks to see him go, but I hope this guy Quincy Wilson does good. I'll open up the questions in a minute. I want to get through this. Next, we didn't have a fourth round pick, but our fifth round pick, I like this one. We got Raquel Armstead from Temple, the Desert Eagle. That's his college. I did want to take a running back. I think it is a need that we need another guy behind Fournette just because of his health concerns. I was really high on Devin Singletary and getting Bryce Let's Make Love, but obviously they were gone before the selection. So I think getting him. From what I saw, this guy, big guy, big guy, and he's fast. He's tough to bring down. He's good in the red zone. I think he'll be a nice little addition, especially for getting him in the fifth round. Like from what I heard, he could have been a late third round pick. So, hey, if this guy works out, good. I hope he does. Hopefully, he'll see the field and do some good things for us, and hopefully, this will be like a late round steal for us. After that, we have Garner Minshew, who is a fucking disgrace. I don't know why we took him with the sixth round pick. Like, I can't really say anything that good about this guy. He's got a stupid mustache, and he's small as shit. He can't run. He's a system quarterback. His upside is he's accurate, but he has no fucking arm strength. He's just a mess. With Tyree Jackson there, a guy who really would have been a developmental project, but I think could have paid off big if we did it right. And John DeFilippo knows quarterbacks, so why the fuck would he not be able to make him work? And, when Nick Foles is either retired or ready to move on, this guy's watched him for a couple of years, Tyree Jackson probably could have been something. There's a lot of potential there. And now he's on the Buffalo fucking Bills. I fucking hated it. I fucking hated this pick. I don't know why we did it, but whatever. The other guy's Dontavius Russell. I can't think of what college he went to, but they say he's a good run stuffer with a lot of potential, which is something you look for in a seventh round pick. Guys who got something and could eventually turn into something. But yeah, back to the Garner. I can't express how dumb that pick was. Just if we did anything wrong, it was that. Like, we needed a good backup quarterback. I was hoping somehow we'd end up with Will Greer, but that didn't happen. And then, Tyree Jackson sitting there in the sixth or seventh round. And it's like, not even just Tyree Jackson, Jake Browning. Like, why fucking Garner Minshew? Why? Who likes him? Like, I don't know. It's just fucked to me. But, I think we did make up for it with our undrafted class. Got the Dedrick Woods from Ole Miss, who actually I think ran the fastest 40 out of all the safeties at the combine with a 4.29, and he had to go up against DK Metcalf and AJ Brown every day in practice. So this could be a guy to challenge Josh Wilson for the or Jared Wilson, I'm sorry, for the free safety spot. perfectly works out. And I am in a way glad we didn't get a receiver in this draft. Like I want to see, what we got Marquise Lee back, DJ Westbrook's good. I want to see if DJ Chark or Keelan Cole can step up and like really take their game to new heights. And with John Oliver helping the passing game out and a better quarterback, I mean, I think it's going to be an opportunity for those guys to shine. But also added to the mix, we have Derek Snelson, who was who UCF Jaguars actually pretty high on for obvious reasons because he went to UCF. But what I saw on tape of him looks pretty good. So maybe maybe in a smaller school he'll catch on here. So I don't know. We'll see. But I don't know what else to talk. What else to talk about with the draft? As far as who's had like, I think our draft was great overall. I don't think it was the best one. Honestly, I think I think the fucking Redskins had the best draft of the night. Like to be completely honest. So my shout out to my boy Ben who does the Redskins review channel. I think they had a pretty good draft and might make some noise in the NFC East. Obviously, the Giants draft was a fucking disgrace. That one was definitely the worst. Definitely, it didn't get much better after they took Daniel Jones. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think we definitely had the best draft in our division. The Titans draft sucked. The Colts draft sucked. The Texans was alright, but I think we just had I just think we had the overall best draft of our division. Definitely. Yeah, the Raiders one. I don't know. I think theirs was alright. Josh Jacobs is a beast. The Cleveland Farrell pick was a bit of a head scratcher, but I don't know. We'll see. Um, get the fuck out. Shut up. Get off my video now. Anyway, see who else? Steelers had a pretty good draft. The Cardinals, and I hate this fucking team, but I'll give them credit. Even the Baltimore Ravens had a pretty good draft. We'll say that about them. But all right. Let's well, yeah, let's open it up to some questions. You guys got anything before I get out of here? Because I think that about does it with the draft recap. Oh, another undrafted guy to look at. There was a guy from an offensive lineman from Montana. He could be an option at guard if he makes the team. And Trey Boyd out of Marshall, pretty decent receiver. We got him. We found a lot of pretty good undrafted receivers. So I don't know. We'll see how some of those guys work out. Usually, I mean, we found a good one before in Alan Hearns. So we'll see what happens there. But anyways, questions about the Jags or draft? Because if not, you know, I'll sign out here and go about my day. I got something? I don't want a lot of dead air. Let's go. Man 20 cover star. Um, I think Patrick Mahomes is on the cover of Madden this year. Quincy Williams, what do you think? Well, I said when I covered him, like I think he's good. I think he's a pretty good linebacker. Probably can start. It's just I think that pick is kind of symbolizing that Telvin Smith might be on his way out. That's the only concern I have for that. But otherwise, but the pick itself, I think Quincy Wilson is going to do good things for us. But I don't know. We'll see. Chiefs fans hating life right now. Yeah, with the Tyreek Hill thing, they probably are. And Kareem Hunt's gone, and then Patrick. Yeah, so it's probably not good. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard the Falcons were trying to trade up to get Williams. Um, Kyle Shanahan actually from the 49ers actually praised him too. So that could that could that could play a part in it. Oh, I just got a reply on Twitter from UCF saying that Derek Snelson's got a chance to make it and do some good things for us. So, trust me, I want him to be right. So, and we'll see. I want somebody to emerge as that number one receiver. I'm really banking on DJ Chark. Like, I saw him at the draft. He actually put on some muscle. Like, I think the guy's determined to do something. So, I don't know. We'll see. Like, that's still one of our biggest questions is like who's going to step up as receiver. I think we got guys that have the potential to do it. It's just, are they gonna do it? His tape is awesome from UCF. Yeah, I caught like maybe like a minute of a highlight on YouTube. I need to watch more of it. Like I haven't watched too much of it to be honest. Best roster we ever had. I don't know about that, but I think we're gonna have a fucking lethal pass rush and defense overall. I'm expecting a big year from Ronnie Harrison too in the secondary. Obviously we got Jalen Ramsey and AJ Boye. I think whether it's Woods or Jared Wilson at free safety, what's gonna happen with those guys? Of what? Yeah. So see. I like the wide receiver for Marshall Trey Britt. Yeah. I haven't watched any film on him, but I heard he's pretty special. So I'm gonna I'm gonna definitely take a look at that guy. Yeah, we found a couple good undrafted wide receivers that probably should have been drafted. So I'll take a look. I'm gonna take a look at his highlights definitely. Yeah, okay, buddy. Can you let me know when you get a quarterback better than Blake Bortles? Cause you sure ain't got it with Marcus Mariota. All right, anybody else? And come on, what else are you guys doing on a Sunday night? I'm waiting for at least one more. I just want to say I love our offense and draft moves. Yeah. Other than Gardner Minshew, I think every draft move we made had pretty good purpose. Um, yeah. We get the best corner. What the fuck are you talking about, Soldier? Are you talking about Ryan Tannehill? The motherfucker can't even stay on the field. He's a pussy like Mariota. What else we got? Let's try to make it to at least 20 minutes before I cut this off. I want somebody to give me something. I don't want just the next minute and a half to. Oh, there we go. Allen and Yannick for years to come. Yes, that's definitely what I want to see. But they gotta stop fucking around and re-sign Yannick Ngakwe. That's one guy we can never let it get away. Like I'll probably end up killing someone if we get rid of Yannick. It's my favorite player. But yes, those two will be a force for a long time. They resign him and they stay together. Alright, got about a minute left before I say fuck this and it's over. Do you guys got anything else? QB Gardner was a good pick. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Jake Browning or Tyree Jackson would have been a good pick. That was not. Tyree Jackson, like I wanted him for like a while. Like that guy was. I think that guy has a tremendous upside, and I think with a stability at quarterback here, he could sit and learn for a little bit, and he would have ended up probably being a starter here one day. All right, what else we got? Anything else? All right, well, if that's it, I think I'm gonna get out of here. But thank you guys